when you're drawing, when you're practicing, when you're sketching, you're just kind of looking at, am I getting the shape right? Am I getting the positions right? Okay. Now, remember the eyes, the ears go between the eyes and the nose. Now it's time to erase all the guidelines. We got it down right, so we're going to take off. Because if we don't, it's going to throw us off anyway. So we take all the guidelines off. And you start seeing when everything starts shaping up there. This is where a lot of people, now I can draw from grid, I draw from, like I'm doing right now, just out of the top of my head. Some people can just draw from imagination. Some people that can only draw from grid. And in my DVDs I'm making, I'll show you how to do both. Okay? This is just a simple sketch on how to draw people. You can start seeing that now. Remember how we did the ball though? How we did the ball coming in. We had a light source. And it could be a light source going this way, this way, this way, this way. Now, it don't matter really. But let's have the light source coming from a different angle, just to show you we can work with that too. It don't matter. But what makes a difference now, what really makes a difference, we got a pencil sketch here of a face. But yeah, okay, if I try to turn this pencil sketch into police officer, say this guy robbed me, they're gonna like, well, I have no idea who that is, because it's got no form to it. It's got shape, but there's no shadows to it. And that shadows is really what makes a person's face. If you notice, sometimes if you ain't careful, you're going to get a lot of black on your hand. Now, I'm getting black on my hand because I'm just experimenting and showing you. I put paper in my way. Sometimes with all the artists, they put a sheet of paper in between it. Then you won't see what I'm doing. And this is just a sketch anyway, so I want you to see what I'm doing more. So when you're drawing something really important, put a sheet of paper so you won't smear it, okay? But anyway, then I can come back in here and I can kind of give myself more of a definition of shape here. Again, I'm just drawing with my arm. Some people say, well, I'm not an artist and all that. Well, yeah, the artist is frame of mind, and I lost mine a long time ago. So I'm gonna say, all right, I want the shadows to be. I want the light source coming from over here more, maybe. No, right here. I want to get the highlights. So now this is the easiest way I've done to do eyes. I'm gonna erase all these guidelines here first. Don't make a difference really if you erase them or not, but I just am, so you can see what I'm doing better. Okay. Again, I normally got painter's brush I use to dust off the thing, but I'm just going to let you see it now so you can see what I'm doing. See, so keep my now in here I'm using my left hand to brush my right. Now here's the easiest way I've used that I've found over 30 years of drawing. Makes it a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier. I used to try to give myself a circle in there like that and draw around it for the highlight. Wrong. What I found to be easier, especially if you're just drawing with a pencil, is shade that whole thing in there. Shade the whole thing in there. Just take your pencil like this. You know, that looks like a cartoon, looks like something like a Mickey Mouse. It's alright. We're going to make it look like Mickey Mouse for a minute. Shade the whole thing in there. And like you got two big old black eyes, don't it? Now I'm going to do is taking it. I'm just using some basic stuff I know you got around the house. My eraser won't fit on my. It might. We're going to try and see. Let's try and see. I'm going to take my eraser. Now, eraser is just as important too as your pencil is. And I'm going to kind of give it a curve on my eraser. Go in arc. Go in arc, okay? Don't just go. What this does is kind of showing the indication by the eraser that that's a rounded object here. That eye is round. Then we'll go in there and give it a little darker. Work with that light. All I'm using right now is still just a regular number 2 pencil. I could go in darker. That's okay. And kind of give you an idea. You can see it so far. Alright, I'm just on this side over here. I'm just taking a little bit of the pupil there. This is just a quick sketch. It ain't no. You can start seeing it more, start becoming into shape there. Kind of darkening in there more. Okay. Now we're going to see that underneath the eyelashes it's darker too. And we're going to go from the in. I normally go from the inside, come way out, because why? That's where my eyelashes are going to start showing right there. See? It's kind of pull it out, pull it. Like women do when they put them eyelashes on their eyes. They kind of pluck, they kind of lash it from the inside and go out with it. Same way when you're drawing. You just go, kind of whip it out there like this. Okay, on the side over here, just kind of do the same thing. And by doing that, it makes it look dark on the inside more. Remember, this is just a quick sketch here. Okay. Now on the inside, underneath there, it's a little darker. We got the highlight on the subject's left, so that means I'm gonna have some shadows on this side over here. Now you notice I'm gonna go up with it. I'm going with the direction of what it is. And nose coming down. Start seeing these shapes come up here. Ain't it? It's still gonna be a small indication, and it's not very much on there because the light side's on this. Most of the shadow will be on this side. It's all right though. We want it to be. Now, with my eyebrows, I'm just kind of da-da-da. And then, like I said, this is just quick. I want to kind of get the indication it's there. This isn't a detailed one. Believe me, I take a lot of time. I do this same. A lot of time. Now, what we're going to look at when drawings, I don't care how realistic or photorealistic you get. What makes it look real is you're trying to fool your viewer into thinking something is there when it's not. Art can be very fun. Just go with the direction. Sometimes it ain't what's there that makes it look good, it's what ain't there. Sometimes I told some people on Facebook, I said, how their drawings look lighter than mine is because how they use their shadows, how they just barely lighten it in. You're starting to see now we start having some shadow in there, see? But I'm going to start going down. So now that's where you start making your looks real. It's how you use your shadows. How do you work with your shadows? I'm working it very light today because I want to kind of show you I'm going with what I'm drawing. Okay? I'm going with it. That way it gives it more of an illusion. Now around the cheek ups, you just kind of come up with it. What makes things look light or dark is what they call contrast. What's the kind of contrast you got? Just took my eraser off so I get more lead out there. If I really want that to look really light, if I want that in there to look really light, then I gotta make what's around it darker. I can't get any lighter than what's already on the paper. So if I want what's in there really light, then one of it's gotta be a little bit darker. So I'm gonna give it a little bit going around. I'm still gonna come around here. Most people, they try to draw the bottom part of the eyelashes. Remember that the top part's a darker part. It's got to be them high. Because your eyelashes protects your eyes from the dirt. We want a little indication here, not much, that it's going around. Because the light source is hitting this side. Not much. Just say, hey, there is some shadow there. Because the eyes do sit back in the head some, see? It ain't just sit there on the face. They ain't just sitting there. They go back a little bit. And you notice I'm still using my arm here too. Okay. All I'm doing is kind of some curved motions. I want you to kind of feel where you're going. And you say, Bill, this don't look nothing like in portrait drawings you do. These are only quick sketches to give you an idea. Those portrait drawings I do, they usually take me a lot of time to do, but you still got to have the basic concept of knowing how to work with your lights and shadows. Now here's where a lot of people do. Now what I'm showing right now, this, believe me, you want detail, you first got to look at the basics. How's my face going? Where's my direction of the skin going? Okay? Is my hair going? Where's my hair going? I can feel the jawline and the cheekbones going up this way. I could feel it coming down here where my chin. I can feel that the neck's round. So I'm going to go with that. Now, what we try to do is, even when you're sketching, you learn the direction of where you're going. Okay, my neck's going to be going around. Okay, I can go around this way here, right? My neck's around. And by going in the arcs like that, it gives you indication that the neck is round. But it's also straight down too, so I can go this way. Okay, I can go this way too. Again, that's what they call hatching, cross hatching. I'm gonna give the crash both there. I'm hatching, going one direction. Kind of like making a little S there, if you will, because I know. Okay, but you can start to see by just the way it shadows is that the nose comes down and around the cheeks. Okay. Now be careful. Like I say, I'm not having a piece of paper on there, and I'm smearing my pencil, but that's